Hello guys, welcome to Dr. Simeon Scholar Space once again. So over the past few days, I have been busy reviewing a lot of postgraduate assignments, and this is one of the reasons why most students lose mark when conducting their research. The ability to differentiate between qualitative or quantitative or mixed method research. Now, how do you differentiate between quantitative research, qualitative research, and mixed method research? The ability to differentiate between these different research methodology is very, very important. And this one mistake can cost you a distinction. So if you stay with me today, I am going to explain the difference between these three different methodologies when writing research. Now, let's start with a question. If I ask you why, for example, why are nurses burning out? Would you answer with a numbers, or will you answer with a stories, or rather will your answer will be made up of both numbers and stories? Now look at that research question again. Why are nurses burning out? That choice is the difference between qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method research. Now let's break it down very well. What is a quantitative research? Quantitative research has to do with numbers. Quantitative research focuses on numbers, measurements, and statistics. It answers the questions like how many, how often, how effective. And one of the key features of quantitative research is that they contain large sample size. They contain surveys, experiments, and questionnaires, including statistical analysis, and their objective are measurables. Now, let's go to qualitative research. When talking about qualitative research explore the experiences, perceptions, emotions, and meanings. It answers the questions of why are nurses burning out? How do nurses burn out? And what does this mean to people? What does the burning out really mean to people? So talking about qualitative research, it answers the questions of why, how, and what. Now, some of the key features of qualitative research is that they contain smaller samples, they contain interviews, focus groups, observations, thematic analysis, which is also rich in-depth data. Now, a good example of a qualitative research question is that how do newly qualified nurses experience burnout in the NHS? And a good method to answer this research question is that we can say, okay, we will be conducting an in-depth interview with 15 nurses within a particular NHS trust using thematic analysis. Now, our findings will include themes such as emotional exhaustion, moral distress, lack of support from the organizations, or fear of making mistakes. This is what a thematic analysis looks like. Partitioning them into different themes. Now, this is qualitative analysis. What are the strengths of qualitative analysis? It has to do with deep understandings. It is human-centered, and it is powerful for practice improvement. However, there are some limitations to qualitative method as well, which include smaller sample size, and it is not easily generalized, unlike that of quantitative that uses significant statistical analysis. Now, the last but not the least is the mixed method research. And when talking about the mixed method research, it has to do with a research method that combines quantitative and qualitative approach in one study. It answers the questions of how much is happening and why is it happening. And one of the reasons why researchers use it is because of numbers alone. They don't tell the full story. In most cases, numbers alone cannot tell the true stories of what is happening. And as well, stories alone may lack a scale of preference. So if you look at this third point, it has to do with combinations of mixed methodology, combinations of both qualitative and quantitative methods. And the strength of mixed research methodology has to do with its comprehensiveness. Then it also produces a strong evidence, and it possesses a highly valued, which could be used at postgraduate level, at master's or PhD level. However, limitations include time consuming and requires advanced research skills.